Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello, welcome to Chinese Pod. This is Jenny coming all the way from Shanghai, and with me is
Thank you
irreplaceable.
Thank you for having me along today, Jenny. It's great. My name is Ken, by the way. Yeah.
I remember you.
Good. Well, what are we going to talk about here today?
We're going to talk about two of the biggest cities in China.
Yes.
So, Beijing and Shanghai.
Okay, and we're going to learn political. Or politics,
Yes.
let's say. Now, how do we say that word politics in Chinese, please?
政治.
And it sounds
They're
like
both fourth,
tone.
yes.
政治, which is quite appropriate.
Harsh,
really.
quite.
政治, meaning politics. Good. Now, as ever, because this is an elementary lesson, is it not? Yeah.
It is.
And so what we'll do is we'll listen to a dialogue 3 times, and after that, we'll break it down for you.
你去过北京吗？
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
那北京和上海有什么不一样？
上海是一个经济中心。
Second time. 你去过北京吗？
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
那北京和上海有什么不一样？
上海是一个经济中心。
Third time. 你去过北京吗？
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
那北京和上海有什么不一样？
上海是一个经济中心。
All right, now that first sentence, nice little pattern, nice and simple, but very useful. Let's have a look at that, please, Jenny.
你去过北京吗？
Now, 去过 as in have you ever been there? Have you been
Yes.
there? 你去过北京吗? Have you ever been to Beijing? Now, obviously, you could change that from Beijing and use it in many other examples. Could you give us some, please, Jenny?
Sure. 你去过上海吗？你去过纽约吗？
Now, 纽约 meaning
New York.
Great. Maybe give us a couple of more, please, examples.
你去过西藏吗？
西藏 is Tibet.
Yeah. 你去过伦敦吗？
伦敦 is London.
London, yeah. 你去过巴黎吗？
Great. Now,
Enough?
yes,
We've
lots.
traveled the world.
Bali is Paris there. Great.
And it's the same as Bali, which is 巴厘岛, Bali Island.
Indeed. It's the same
Yeah.
tones. Good. So that's the question. Have you ever been to that place? Good. Now, let's push on with this if we could.
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
Now, 当然 meaning of course.
Yes.
And the tones are first and second. Is that correct?
Exactly.
当然, of course.
北京是中国的首都。
All right. Now, Beijing, the city of Beijing, 是中国的首都. Now, 首都 meaning capital city. So Beijing is the capital city of China, of 中国. 中国的首都. Now, there's another very nice little pattern there. 中国的首都. Maybe you could give us other 国家的首都 Could you please?
Sure. 伦敦是英国的首都。
London is capital
Capital.
of England.
巴黎是法国的首都。
So Paris is the capital of France. One more, please. I like these.
东京是日本的首都。
Okay, so that is Tokyo is the capital of Japan. Now, but it's also a political center.
也是中国的政治中心。
So it's also the
Political
center
center.
of China in this case. Now, let's again, the word political or politics is,
政治，政治，
and so a political center is,
政治中心，政治中心。
so 中心 is first and first again,
Yes.
meaning center.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at the word center. This 中心, could you give us some examples of how that is used in other
sure.
contexts?
Well, in the dialogue itself, we have another phrase, 经济中心，经济中心, which means an economic center.
Yes.
And you can also have 城市中心, city center.
The city center.
Or 中心 in the sense of an institution.
Yes.
For example, can your business.
The school. Yeah. My school is called 凯恩英语培训中心.
So 凯恩 English Training Center.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 中心, useful stuff. Now, the question, comparing Shanghai and Beijing, what's different? Where are they different? How did we ask that?
那北京和上海有什么不一样？那北京和上海有什么不一样？
Now, 一样 means the same. 不一样 means
Not the same.
not the
different.
same, different. 有什么不一样 meaning what's the difference?
Yes.
Now, great little pattern here again. You look and you want to choose, you're in the store, you want to buy something, the different prices you might ask the person.
这有什么不一样？
有什么不一样?
What's the
difference here?
Between the price,
Indeed.
essentially.
Or, somebody asks you to do that and you say, well, I really intended to do something else. And then you might have, 有什么不一样? What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference? 有什么不一样? Really useful. Now, Shanghai, let's look at this again. I want to look at this last sentence if we could again, please.
A lot of students of Chinese Pod tell us while they love to speak and listen to Mandarin, they are a bit intimidated to learn how to read and write in it because of the complexity of Chinese characters. That's why we created the 66 Characters series. Try it and see for yourself.
上海是一个经济中心。
Now, Shanghai is an economic center. Now, the word for economic is...
经济，经济。
Now, I find that tricky for some reason to remember why
the
that is.
pronunciation.
Yeah, it's just those two words, 经济.
Doesn't sound like economy.
It doesn't for some reason, but so it's first tone and it's fourth tone, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's just that 经 means it can also mean 经理, right?
Yeah, it's the same word. It means to
经理.
run or to operate
yeah.
a business.
Yeah.
Implied.
Or to administer in that sense a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay, so like a 经理 is a manager essentially.
And 经营 means to run a business.
To run a business, yeah.
经商 to
Yeah.
run a business.
So 经济, now the G is a fourth tone, and I think this is the one that
Yeah.
confuses me. I've never seen that word in any other context.
Me neither.
Does it have any other meaning? No. Not
I have
that
to
we
get
know
out
of.
my 新华
Wow,
字
well,
典 for
it
that.
must be quite tough. Well, then, just I suppose the mnemonic is just remember the fourth and the
Yeah,
first.
to
经
run,
济
to manage.
经济 rather.
经济
Yes. And so maybe we'll put it together with the four words there to put economic center, and that might help us to remember it too. So it's an economic center.
经济中心
经济中心.
经济中心
So that means economic center. Well, I think we could listen to that one more time.
你去过北京吗？
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
那北京和上海有什么不一样？
上海是一个经济中心。
Second time. 你去过北京吗？
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
那北京和上海有什么不一样？
上海是一个经济中心。
Third time. 你去过北京吗？
当然，北京是中国的首都，也是中国的政治中心。
那北京和上海有什么不一样？
上海是一个经济中心。
All right, now lots of good, useful language here, I hope, and some useful little patterns too. Have you ever been there?
你去过北京吗？你去过吗？
Good. Now, if you're talking, say you were talking about a specific country, you might just say, "Oh, have you ever been there?" You might say,
你去过吗？你去过吗？ Or 你去过那里吗？
Yeah.
Have you ever been
Yeah.
there?
or even you could be talking about a restaurant or anything.
Yeah,
你去过吗?
你去过吗?
We're talking about this. 你去过吗? Have you ever been there? Now, of course,
当然，当然，
当然, first and second tone. Capital city.
首都，首都。
Just very briefly, could you tell us something about those two characters? We
Yes.
can look at them.
首 also means the head.
The head. Yeah. Again, used as a metaphor.
the first.
Yeah, yeah. And
都 means a metropolis.
a metropolis. Okay, so the head metropolis. There's your mnemonic right there. 首都, as in capital city. Now, the word for politics was
政治，政治
and center.
中心，
So political center is
政治中心，政治中心
good. What's the difference?
有什么不一样？有什么不一样？
And the word economics.
经济，经济，
And an economic center.
经济中心，经济中心。
Wow. Well, slightly drier vocabulary here perhaps today, but useful nonetheless. And all part of...
Yeah, we have topics of all walks of life.
Indeed. And in fact, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to go on quite some new, let's say, we're going to delve into some new areas, including maybe a little bit poetry, some kids' stories. And
Nursery rhymes.
Nursery rhymes. We're going to do some other stuff. This is basic stuff. It's useful stuff. And we hope you got a lot from it. And we'll be back again tomorrow right here on ChinesePod.com. But for now, it's time for us to say 再见.
Chinese Pod loves you. Now, I know we only say it after a few drinks.
Hey, what are you doing?
But it's true. So to prove our love for you, we got you something. Actually, we made you something. Oh, that's right. It's called My Course, and it's for you from us. Mandarin on your terms. ChinesePod.com.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0156. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0156 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0156.